That ain't bad, that ain't bad. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing a very candid video. I am winding down with some flamingo pink silk pajamas and a little bit of sparkling white wine. And in front of this big bright window so you all can see me just the way that I am, so that I can talk to you guys about self-confidence. I am a woman that used to be ugly and I was not popular. Kids quite literally tried to stay away from me. They avoided me because they thought I was weird. I wasn't just unattractive, but I was also very weird, very strange, and off-putting. Nobody wanted to be around me. Kids on the playground, all of my friends promptly shut me out of their life, out of the social world. And good on them. I needed that. Their social exile allowed me to correct some of my unsuitable behaviors, as well as give me plenty of time for some inner development. From a young age, I had the tools in my arsenal, so to speak, because being pretty and popular wasn't going to cut it, because I wasn't either of those things. The things in my arsenal had to be things like charisma, passion, individuality, glamour, and art. Things that I've talked about on this channel for like 3 years now. Those are the things that made me the woman that I am today, not my beauty. That came later. And even as I matured and I grew more physically attractive towards the end of high school, doesn't mean that I was ready to go into society and to blend in with everybody else. I was still very socially awkward and I had a lot to learn. But over time, and I'm in my late 20s, I had to learn the art of sociability as well as the art of my appearance. And all of that culminates in what I am today. And so I feel equipped, like this title says, I feel equipped as having been the ugly girl, being the weird girl. I feel that I have some ground to be able to tell you what can make you confident. So I'm gonna start because I'm gonna be like rambling on forever. The first thing, and I've seen a lot of videos on this and I'm very happy that there are videos on it. Become your own beauty standard. Become your own beauty standard. What do I mean by that? I mean, we all know what the beauty standard is of today's day. But imagine, and this is where I think a hefty amount of illusion, my beloved illusion, will help the common regular person. Wake up every single day and tell yourself that you, natural you, are the beauty standard. I want you to wake up every day and look at certain features that you once hated that are on your face or on your body and reimagine them as the ultimate, the pinnacle of beauty. Like, let me rephrase that. Like, imagine, let's say you have one of those like toucan noses, which personally I think those are really cool. I actually like do them in my artwork now because I like them, because they're so strange. But imagine you have that kind of nose, which our society would say is not attractive. What if you woke up every single day and told yourself that that was the beauty standard? That women got cosmetic surgery, got nose jobs to make their nose look like your nose, the toucan nose. Let's say you have thin lips like me, okay? I have to, I line my lips. I overline, I guess, my lips. What if I woke up every single day and I told myself that my thin lips were the beauty standard? And I actually did my makeup and exaggerated my lips to look thinner than they already are, like they used to do in the 20s. What if that was the beauty standard? What if your physique, whatever it may be, wake up every single day and tell yourself that women literally go to plastic surgeons to get your body shape? I think that's an honestly kind of incredible way to look at it. What if you just woke up day after day and told yourself that people went out of their way to change how they look in order to look like you in your strangest form? Think about cosplaying. Think about like Comic-Con. Think about there are subcultures, tribes, cultures all over the world that have different beauty standards, okay? And so you go to something like Comic-Con, right? And what is the beauty standard there? It's the beauty standards of like aliens and monsters and fairies and all kinds of magic creatures. And those people, their beauty standard is based off of a fictional world. And that is what they find beautiful. That is what they choose to change their original appearance into. I just find that interesting. I find that fascinating that even within our society, there are like subcultures and micro trends and micro beauty standards. So I think there's no harm in telling yourself you were like the Kim K, that you were the Kim Kardashian of the beauty world, and that people actively went out of their way to change how they look, even named cosmetic surgeries after you because you were that influential. That your face shape, your hair color, the shape of your shoulders, your fingers, your fingernails, even your asymmetrical body shape, your weight, whatever it may be. Just wake up every day and tell yourself that that is the most popular and most sought after, most coveted version of beauty. I think that would make you feel a hell of a lot better about yourself. So yeah, become your own beauty standard. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You're literally 1 in like 7 billion. There is no other person like you. Even your doppelganger is not going to be like you. You're unique, so celebrate that. You don't need to look like an AI Barbie. You just don't. Number 2, let your curiosity and desires guide you, not your ego. What do I mean by that? Whenever we think of self-confidence, right? Probably the first thing as a girl or a guy that you think of when you think of self-confidence is either your body or how you feel whenever you try to get something that you want, especially a mate, a person. So the typical scenario would be a girl or a guy trying to ask somebody out on a date. And you need self-confidence, I guess, to do that thing. So in this particular scenario, let's say it's me and I'm asking a guy out and somebody that I'm not even sure if they like me or not. In this particular scenario, you have to prioritize your desire over your ego and how you view yourself and how you think other people view you. In this particular scenario, you have to prioritize the fact that you are even asking this person, that you even have the guts to go up to them, risk rejection, and say, hey, will you take a chance on me? Whenever you do this, whenever you prioritize the experience rather than how you look to this person, then let's say if you get rejected and they say no, it doesn't come down to stupid things like your physical appearance. You know what I mean? So whenever this person says, no, I'm good, thank you, then you say, oh, at least I tried. I did it. I had the courage to do it. I crossed it off my list. I asked out my crush, whatever. It didn't work, but I got the guts to do it. Instead of it coming down to, oh, they think I'm ugly. Do you see what I mean? When you start doing things solely based on your ego, then you are going to get crushed just as hard when you are that vapid and narcissistic. You need to go into it, I like to describe it almost as like in an external way. Your desire is somewhere out here. The ego is in here. So whenever somebody says no to you, or your desire is not achieved, then this desire is merely just extinguished. You know, it's just smoke and it's gone. But whenever you do something based solely out of your ego, then you yourself collapse here. And you don't want that. You want things to be lighthearted. You don't want you don't want to take things so personally. Especially when it comes to life, you got to do things in a kind of dubious, childish way. You have to have a certain degree of blissful ignorance if you want to achieve a lot of things. So my advice would definitely be use curiosity and desire apart from ego as a motivation to do anything in life. Self-confidence, I think, should be based in this desire to learn, this desire to put yourself out in the world, which is a certain self-confidence, to be seen, to be noticed, to have the courage to be the person that you want to be, and have the courage to say what you want and to also get what you want. That is self-confidence. So when you start, I think it's just a little bit less intimidating to start out with the things that you want rather than you wanting them. In this way, you separate yourself and your desires become external. Even if they are affiliated with you, they are not as intimidating because you're not like rooting everything in your self-image. So curiosity and desire Those things need to be prioritized in your life rather than how you think other people see you, your public perception. And that leads into number 3, which is being comfortable with being seen. If you are to be an individual, if you are to be the person that you want to be, no matter how outlandish and strange that is, you are probably going to stick out and people are going to notice you. And you have to become comfortable with that. You need to be comfortable with people noticing you, people postulating about you, people spreading rumors about you, and people certainly misunderstanding you and misrepresenting you. But above all, I'm talking about more so this fear of being seen, which is also the fear of individuality and self-expression, because we fear being rejected, we fear being shut down by others and being ostracized. But I definitely implore you to prioritize your desire again and your pleasure of being an individual, of expressing yourself and the beauty of that. I implore you to make that a priority in your life over the discomfort that you may feel when society rejects you or doesn't like you or has something to say about you. I do not think there is anything to gain from cowering in front of an audience, from running away with your tail between your legs. I don't think there's anything good about that. We prioritize comfort in this society way too much. Way too much. There's too many aloe and like Lululemon leggings out there. I think that there is so much more joy in being an individual, being seen, being ridiculed even. As long as you are who you are and you are yourself unapologetically, I think that is so much better, despite all of the pain that comes with it, than being comfortable in this teeny little box that society wants to put you in. I think you should prioritize your desire again. I think in the face of the ridicule, in the face of the strange looks on the street, in the face of everything, of society battling against you, of adversity, I think you should stand up straighter and you shouldn't cower in front of them. I think it should only light your fire. I think it should only make you that much more confident. And this particularly, I want to branch off into the idea of being seen, especially when it comes to being a woman and being seen by men. I think as women, I think we deserve to be sexual creatures walking about the world and feeling good about ourselves. And I've heard from very close friends that they dress a certain way because they don't like male attention whenever they, if they wear a tight dress or something like that. They don't like the attention of men. And I get it. I've walked down the street and I've seen men look at me and I've gotten that kind of shuddery feeling like, don't look at me. I don't want to be noticed. And while I understand it, now, whenever I look extraordinarily hot, I've got heels on, I've got a tight dress on or something, I look like a sexual being, and I see men look at me, it only encourages me to stand up straighter, to look sexier, and to be even more confident in how I look. Because I don't think there's anything worse, again, than cowering in the face of that. I don't want to be seen. I don't want you to think about me. I don't want you to look at me in that way, in that salacious type of way. Fuck them. Fuck them. Seriously. I think it's empowering yourself more to stand up straighter, to look even sexier, to strut even more in an even more exaggerated manner. I would rather have the confidence to push through that anxiousness and that discomfort and own it than to dress a certain way so as to avoid the attention of men. That's just me. It's literally just me saying, like, I don't think anybody should dictate like how you express yourself. That's a violation of like some purity law to me. I just don't think that anybody should be in the way of you being an individual. This is why I advocate like solitude. This is why I advocate, a certain degree of illusion, because I think that illusion is a balm to reality. And I think that a hefty helping of it in your life helps you to to achieve greatness and to achieve a certain amount of individuality that other people can't, because they're too aware of society, because they're too concerned with what other people think or whatever. I think you need to be kind of detached. Why do you think that like megalomania is so heavily present in political figures, people in the business world? You need like to separate yourself in order to achieve anything. If you are too tuned in to society, you're never gonna get anything done. You just aren't. If you're too preoccupied with what other people think, this is why I hate Yelp so much, because people were like, oh, this one singular person wrote a really bad review about one night at this one restaurant. It's so neurotic. It's so unnecessary. Nobody needs to be plugged in that much. Yeah, when it comes to, basically to wrap it all up, when it comes to being seen, pretend nobody's looking. Even when they're looking directly at you, just dissociate. They're not there. Who cares that they saw you? They're gonna forget about you in 5 minutes. Yeah, stop hiding yourself. Stop hiding your individuality. Stop hiding your body. Be whatever the hell you want to be. Do what makes you happy. Prioritize your desire. Number 4, on that note again, for self-confidence, this is not as like existential as the rest of them. Stop dressing uncomfortably. Stop dressing in things that make you like cage up when it comes to your body. This is not going to be a really long one, but I mean, dress in a way that's you, that's individualistic. Have a sense of style, but just make sure that you're not cagey. I say this because I fall victim to this all the time. I wear something that makes me not move in a way that's natural, and it works against you. It works against you so bad. I'm not saying dress comfortably, because then we get into like Lululemon only yoga pants, like you're going to the gym all day, every day type of thing. I'm not saying that. You can be comfortable and fashionable, but when it comes to confidence, you're gonna feel better about yourself if you feel that you can just move your body more freely. Like I've said this in a video before, like don't wear like 6-inch heels if you're not comfortable wearing them. You're gonna look awkward and weird. It's gonna work against you. Try and find like a happy medium where you feel comfortable in what you're wearing, being stylish, but not like completely losing yourself to like yoga pants all day, every day. But like mobility when it comes to like what you wear every day is very important, I think, in confidence. I feel a million times better in something like a silk slip dress than I would like I used to have like a Vivienne Westwood corset, and I was always adjusting it all the time because it didn't fit me right. It was so beautiful, but like I couldn't wear it. You need to feel free in what you're wearing. That's gonna make you think less about your body and about your physical image. Again, it's that like dissociation. The less you think about what you're doing, the more effortless you're gonna come off, the more confident you're gonna seem. But yeah, all right. I hope I did you guys some good. The biggest takeaway, I think, is just like stop letting other people dictate who you are, what you do, and prioritize the doing more. Prioritize the pleasure that you're gonna get from the doing. Have the courage to get what you want, whether or not that's your crush, or to wear that crazy jacket you just got. That's a little off-brand for you, but you really like it. Something in your soul said buy it. Just have the courage to do things that make you happy. It's always worth it. It's literally always worth it. Take a picture of yourself, do a little photo shoot in the house, whatever you gotta do. Make yourself into art, make your life into art. Beauty should be the priority. I mean, if you've been following me, then you know beauty and art are top priority. Stop letting stupid people run your life. Tom Ford said it best whenever he was younger. I just thought that I was fabulous and everyone else was stupid. You gotta go into life like that. It's a little bit delusional, but you gotta be a little delusional to get anything done. I hope you guys like this video, as usual. Please leave your comments below. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.